DMX, he up next, right?
No, this Styles P. And I just ordered. I'm waiting on my pack, Pharmacy for Life pack. Then it's actually DMX no last. That's what I'm saying. He was the hottest nigga. He was the hottest nigga on earth, bro. On somebody else's album.
Right.
He closed the show on somebody else, man. Tell her, show my little brother that niggas need them home. Without reading palms, when you come with the bullets, to be there with the bombs. So fuck being violent, get stocks and bonds. 24 left until my death. I know exactly where I'm going. I'm gonna see you there first. And the shit that I be doing, I'm gonna see you there worse. I've been living with a curse, and now it's all about the end. But before I go, say hello to my little friend. I wish he could have did this shit before he died. Like all the shit he said on the song.
Right. Yeah.
Slapped up my dog. That's some crazy shit. I just thought of that. I wish DMX could have got his 24 hours lived before.
Right, because it was all sudden, really, type thing, yeah.
Like you said, I've been living with a curse. He been living with a curse.
Right.
He been addicted to drugs.
Because when this song come out right here?
I think that's 1999.
And then, so how long was he in the game? Do you know how long he was in the game?
He been rapping
before
since
this song came out.
Like, I remember him and K Solo had a beef. I don't, like I said, don't nobody look up K Solo. K Solo about Spellbound. He been rapping since like 92, 93.
92. Okay.
But he's always, since 92, 93, always been on drugs though. Mm-hmm. But like that never affected like him being cold though.
Right.
He's robbing niggas, and they said he was rapping and robbing niggas with a dog. He ain't had no gun and no knife. He had the dog. Like, hey, motherfucker, give it up. I'm gonna sick his ass on you.
Right.
All right, man, go ahead. But he was and the reason why it's fucked up, like, you know, I really don't feel, because crack is a choice. Mm-hmm. Crack is a fucking choice. Being a crack addict is a choice.
I mean, really, you know.
He was given no choice. The first blunt, like he said, he did a robbery with somebody, and the guy was an older guy. He was like 13, 14. The older guy was smoking 51s. If you don't know what a 51 is, it's crack and weed mixed together. Mm-hmm. And he rolled a blunt with the shit in there and gave it to him after they did the robbery. So that's the only way he know how to get high.
Right.
So he started him on that path of fucked up shit though. He didn't have a choice. Really. Well, I mean, he had a choice not to rob people and all that shit though. But like, kids, he's a kid though. It's a reason why you need to,
I mean, you know, if you know he was a kid and he kind of got put on to something like that, kids that, you know, they're already very impressionable.
And
up
anyway,
until they,
he admired this person,
and
this
like
person
that.
put the worst shit on earth on him though.
Kind of got him addicted to it before he even had his mind right
know.
Anyway. Yeah.
Right. He didn't even understand.
Yeah. So, what up, y'all? So, that was 24 Hours to Live. We wanted to play that song out. I know we played not the whole song, but we just wanted y'all to, you know, hear a little bit of DMX, and then also
Black Rob
that just passed yesterday, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And,
so we just wanted to pay homage to them.
Salute DMX. Salute Blanco Pop Black Rob. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, that was, like I said, you know. See, we're a little bit of country, a little bit of rock and roll. We, you know. I was in 10th grade when that song came out, though, right? Well, no, when I think Harlem World came out, what, 99 or something like that. So, but Black Rob Life Story and Beanie Sigel The Truth came out at the same time. That's when we had record stores. Y'all don't have such a thing. Y'all have phones. Mm-hmm. No, so we used to go listen to the headphones in the record store. So we all, like, everybody like, I don't know which one to pick. I don't want. So we bought both of them. So every day we used to all get back together. Like, I don't know. I think Beanie Sigel The Truth is better than Black. So we sit and argue for hours. Mm-hmm. Go back home next day like, you know what? That Black Rob though, that Diamond Spaccio though, I don't know, man. So it was like for months and months down the line though. So like it hold a special place in me. And then the Stone Life Story, that's some deeper meaning. R.I.P. Black Rob, R.I.P. DMX. Like DMX, come on, man. Like,
yeah. Like I said, and then, you know, that's a week apart, you know, like,
that's crazy.
Losing people left and right. But definitely just wanted to, you know, just pay homage to them, and, you know, may they rest in peace. But let's get into a little bit of why we, you know, more why we here today. So I'm Soso, and here at Focus TV Studios, and you're watching our new podcast segment of the Detour ENT. That's going to consist of myself, and then introduce yourself, man.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. No, I'm J Ugg. If y'all don't know, it's J Ugg or Uncle Uggy or Big Sip or all that other old people terminology and whatnot. And I'm just winging it though. Like I actually rode the car with her, so I just had to show up.
Yeah.
I was just in the car. So
yeah. So I mean, we met at work and or whatever, and when you at work, that's like your family, whatever like that. So we do a lot of discussions at work, and I think we did so many discussions, and I'm like, man, you will sound real good on the podcast.
And then sound good.
Right. And so he, fortunate enough, he's like, yeah, let's do it. So I really appreciate you for doing that.
And I appreciate you for considering.
So I feel like, I want to be able to bring this platform, to something better, something newer. So I feel like he's going to add a little bit more character to it. And then like he said, country and rock and roll, we got that two different sides of the road that we can kind of bring to the platform. So I know that you're probably wondering where we've been for like the past year.
You better not wonder.
Right. Right. It's kind of self-explanatory, but with everything that was going on with COVID, our own kind of like personal jobs that we have kind of had to take a little bit of a break.
And
but,
also,
what? Oh, right. I had a baby. I had a baby as well. I can't forget about that. So. Ava, she's 7 months now, so that also took a lot of my time. But as of right now, we ready to get back into it with a new structure for the platform. And then, like I said, that includes us doing this podcast segment, kind of talking about hot topics, different things that's going on, and all sorts of things, really. So we're still going to be doing the interviews, but we're just adding this piece on to it, just so you can also get to see a little bit of who's behind the interviews, see a little bit of my character, of
exactly.
his character as well.
And we also, like I say, dialogue, and to me, dialogue and conversation breeds conversation. So we want to bring you facts, and we want to bring you things to think about, because we are all about helping you as well.
Right. He got a little infomercial going on right there. Right, we definitely want to bring facts. We don't want to, it's going to be an opinionated show, but we definitely don't want to speak too much off the side of our mouths, not knowing what we're talking about.
It's just theories based on facts. That's
all. So we're going to get into what I like to call word on the street, and that's basically just what's been going on in the news within the last couple of weeks or so. So there has actually been a lot going on. In the news and the social media within the last couple of weeks. So first thing we'd like to get into is the business aspect of it is Dogecoin. So I personally have invested in Dogecoin. I started investing like the beginning of this year, January, whatever like that. Haven't really seen too much of returns as far as like the stocks that I've bought. But I also invested a little bit into the Dogecoin. And when I seen it this past week kind of do a significant jump overnight, I'm like, let me put some more money into this, and put a little bit more money into it, and I done seen, something
jumping like a fool.
Right. There's been some people who have been saying though that they feel like it's another GameStop frenzy. Yeah. They don't think it's something that's significant that's going to maintain.
See, but at the same time, like the market itself is to what you want to do. Like, okay, what are you in it for though? So you can cater just like you can. Like that's why I remember I was asking. I said, "What's your dividend splits and what's the name?" Whatever.
Right.
Like it's catered to what you would like to do. So basically, you had discretionary income to put into the market to make some money for whatever it is. Though.
And let me say this is that you definitely don't want to put in money that you're not afraid to lose.
No.
Right. Because regardless of what anybody say, I can say right now that, I'm putting money into Dogecoin, into this stock. I'm putting money that I'm not afraid to lose. So if I lose it.
Discretionary income.
Right.
it's gone before she even had it.
Right. I ain't worried about it.
I'm not gonna hurt.
Right.
Don't hurt put no money into it though.
Right.
Like, pay your bills. And then whatever you have left, invest.
Right. But I definitely think there's value into doing this stock stuff though. You don't want to just live based off of your job that you clock in and out. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. I mean, like, you gotta, especially these days, but you have to have another stream of income though. They say you hit, but now I heard the other day, you supposed to have 9 streams of income. I said, shit, what all you supposed to do? Like, you supposed to drive a car, fix the car, change the tires, go Uber after that, and Uber Eats, give the people the food while you taking them where they going. Come on. I mean, like, and then kiss the baby and go to sleep. Come on now. But it's about, like, the main thing I believe, like I said, now here we go into this part. The thing I believe is you need to have some money that's making money while you're not working. You can't keep transferring time for money.
Right.
So you got to have some, while you sleep, it got to be some money working.
Right.
That's why everybody's savings accounts. So what's the name? I say that's a little slow now. And then, the U.S. dollar is, we can get to that later.
Yeah. Cause like what's that guy named the
Wall Street Trapper.
The Wall Street Trapper. Definitely check him out because I watched this interview on the Breakfast Club and he was speaking a lot of facts on there as far as like people need to get into stuff like this.
Yeah, I mean, just like that's the one piece that touched my soul was he said, okay, well you can invest $700 buying a shirt from Gucci or something like that, or you can take that same $700 and buy into the firm or whatever that owns Gucci. So the one thing that I'm pretty sure this is gonna touch a lot of people. Every weekend y'all take them L's on the sneakers app on the Jordans. Instead of taking that L, you can take that same $200, $250, and put it back into Jordan.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So every L you take, just imagine every L you take every week, you don't get the mics, put it back into there. Significantly, you gonna start seeing something though. Like, and then
I want to say something though. Like, I think it takes a little bit of a mindset change. Cause like even myself, right? I done spent money on dumb stuff or whatever like that I could have put into stock or put into something better, and but I keep doing it. Even though I can say like the next night, dang, I should have put that into some stock. Still, the next month I'll end up.
No. This thing you don't never want to get rid of that. You don't, because that's it's the thrill. It's a high that you get from getting the things you
right
want.
There.
Like,
getting something right there. Yeah.
The things that you want, being able to this is what you wake up for. Right. You wake up and go to work and all that stuff to get the things you want. Like I said, I'm never gonna be the person like, oh no, you should do that. No, I don't care really. I don't care what you do. As long as you're happy. Don't impede on my happiness either though.
Right.
But I do want people to be more responsible because, like I said, as you can see, you can have 24 hours to live and be out of here, though. So you got to be mindful of your children. You got to be mindful of the people that care about you and stuff like that, though. Because I hate people selling chicken dinners to bury people. That's my pet peeve.
Selling chicken dinners to bury people?
Hey, look, stop saying you got a spaghetti and chicken plate, man. It has something. Okay, if you die and you ain't got no insurance, everybody's selling
yeah.
And the GoFundMe
right,
and all that,
GoFundMe and stuff like that, yeah.
So, no, at least leave somebody something. Stop selling spaghetti and chicken plates, B.
No.
Word up, man.
I was about to say, no, I get that. I got you got life insurance policy? You better have life insurance policy.
Yeah. All right. I want it, but see, it's scary. I got it. This little conflict in my household behind that. I have it in my sister's name. But I had it since before I met my fiance. So she all like, well, what if something happened to me? I said, no, she got it.
Wait, how does that work though?
No, like if anything happens to me,
right.
Okay, my sister is like
okay.
So she got to take care of the funeral and all that stuff though.
Okay.
But this is, like I said, this is way before.
Right.
And I don't feel the need to change it, honestly.
If it works, right?
Hey, man, you might try to do something to me. So with that being said, I'm going to just keep it as sis name. How about that?
All right, so another thing that's been going on in the news is the vaccine. So the Johnson & Johnson, man.
I told you, nigga.
Right. So now I'm not trying to speak, bad on them or anything like, because I personally, I got the vaccine myself. I got the Moderna vaccine, and I've been doing perfectly fine. Right. But they did have to pull the Johnson & Johnson vaccine because I think it was like well, at the time that I read it, it was like 7 or 8 people that had blood clots because of it, or created blood clots.
I think it's up to like somewhat like 1,800 now.
It's 1,800 now?
I believe. I read something. I read it.
Okay. That's a big jump. But let me just I got a little thing on here that I wanted to read about it before we get into it. Yeah. So this is as of 4/13. So this is about 5 days ago that they put this out, and this is from the Detroit Wayne Integrated Health Network. So they pretty legit. They know what they're talking about. They got to put out information that's
they got to put out factual information.
Right. So as of 4/13/2021, CDC and FDA have recommended a pause in the use of the Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine in the United States out of an abundance of caution. Of the 6.8 million Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine doses administered in the United States to date, at this time, 6 cases of a type of blood clot called cerebral. Now, don't mess with me over these words now. Venous sinus thrombosis.
The vaccine.
Right, or for short, CVST, okay? Yeah. We're seen in combination with low levels of blood pellets. CDC will convene a meeting on Wednesday, that was April 14th, to further review these cases and assess their potential significance. FDA will review that analysis as it also investigates these cases. So what are your thoughts on that?
Like I said, you can go ahead.
Well, okay, here's my thought. So we already know that all 3 of these vaccines, right? Usually when they come out with a vaccine, it takes them 2 to 3 years for completion. All 3 of these.
Not approval.
Right.
Just to fix it.
Right. Just to make sure it works, go through the trials and everything like that. Now, we all know that
all kind of monkeys dying all over the place.
We all know that this was rushed, okay? So, even though they did trials and stuff like that, it wasn't what they usually do. So, there was bound to be some issues in it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I personally feel like the fact that, okay, when they seen the 8 people had, the blood clots, they pulled it. They didn't let it continue. Even though, as you said, you seen that it jumped to 1,300, but, you know what I mean? It's not like they kept it on the shelf. They pulled it. They trying to figure out what's going on with it.
My thoughts is, imagine Johnson & Johnson hurting people. Ain't that a bit?
Well.
They out of billions of dollars now. From what? From baby powder. They done fuck people up on baby powder. Why would you trust somebody who fucked up baby powder? I'm talking about they giving people cancer for years, so that means. So with that being said, okay, it's a rush vaccine anyway. But listen. My personal opinions don't have anything to do with anything. I am not too trusting in none of these vaccines. I gotta let people get fucked up. I watched I Am Legend. It gave people rabies and shit like that though. You know what I'm saying? You remember I Am Legend? So. They had a cancer vaccine in I Am Legend, and
they got one of those out right now.
Will Smith, self-fulfilling prophecies. But my thing is, why would you trust Johnson & Johnson? And before this even came out, it was on my birthday. Me and my guy was discussing with my dad. He said, "Well, shit, the only side effects of the Pfizer and Moderna shot is you're gonna have they make Viagra, so your side effect might be." That's it. But Johnson & Johnson, you're gonna get cancer. You're gonna die. Slow death or fast death, which way we want.
Based off of past.
This is my opinions. It doesn't affect anybody or anything like that. This is how I feel. But just imagine that they had to pull it.
Yeah.
For giving people blood clots. Imagine medicine hurting people. The nerve of it.
I was gonna say, based off of past news on them, it don't look too good. You know what I'm saying? Especially to the community that was already a little bit hesitant on the vaccine.
That's it.
But like I said, the fact that they pulled it off the shelf or whatever like that, you can leave that where it's at. Now I know with the Pfizer and the Moderna one, they are talking about that you may have to get a third
booster.
shot.
Imagine that.
A booster shot. I guess the first shot didn't count or something like that. I mean, for real.
That's a testing.
Right.
No. Give me the ball back. I don't know if y'all ever hooped at a park when the drug dealers would come past and they say, "Give me the rock." Give me one shot. Just one shot. I ain't gonna. Hold on. All right, give me the ball, baby. one more. All right, give me one more. How many? Okay, so when we figure out this next, okay.
Right.
You know.
But I'll say that I'm perfectly fine. I done took the vaccine and everything, and I'm perfectly fine.
I really believe, like, I don't want to bleed into other topics, but I perfectly believe. Now you see this pressure on Big Gretch because we have a boost.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a surge or whatever. Yep. Now everybody on Big Gretch push the button. Big Gretch.
Right.
Shut it down.
So many people was mad.
Imagine that. Now let's get into it. The lady put a pause on for what it was about 2 months, 3 months. I'm not sure. 3 months. We're gonna say a 3 month pause to slow the numbers, all right? While we're seeing that it's effective and it was working and whatnot, and the numbers went down significantly. In that time, the president of the United States started a beef, basically a Twitter beef, a rap battle beef, damn near. She damn near got kidnapped. They had a plot to kidnap and kill her.
And they still talking about that though.
Right. Kidnap and kill her. Business owners called her, oh yeah, you fucking up our livelihood. Now, half of those same people are calling for her to shut it down, and they are wondering why she's hesitant to shut it down. You know why? Because motherfuckers tried to kill me, son. I got sued. I forgot about that. They sued her and whatnot. So now that this is after the fact. Now, man, you know what? May the best immune system win. Right. God damn it.
Survival of the fittest at this point.
Like I said, and I think it's natural selection and survival of the fittest right now anyway. So she just like, hey, you know what? Yeah. I don't need that in my life. Y'all go ahead and still go eat, go party, mask or mask. I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
I think I agree with that, and then also I know she mentioned that because there has been like so many vaccines like put out too, that plays a part in her decision.
See her part? No. Y'all niggas ain't gonna be on my lawn. It was people on her lawn, son. That she couldn't shoot. There's people that's sitting on her lawn. When she go to work, it's people talking about shitting on her every day for making. I'm thinking of the people. I'm thinking about y'all.
Right.
When does personal accountability come into play? Because the cheap flights. I'm gonna tell you what else came with COVID. Cheap ass flights. Goddamn it! I think I flew to Vegas for cheaper than I would have drove.
Right.
In my car.
But the only thing with that is you go to Vegas, is there,
What did you bring it back? Oh yeah,
What the hell is there to do? Whether there's cheap flights, why the fuck that shit cheap? Because it ain't shit to do.
It was 30% open.
It was 30% open.
So that was just basically casinos and all that shit.
Right.
They stopped in a part of the 30%. They stopped the hookers from walking.
What? So they was arresting them? How they stopped them?
No, I mean they just probably told the hookers like, hey, this ain't y'all time, man. It's COVID, girl.
Right.
I mean, what is you gonna do, really? Like, it's COVID. Be safe.
Yeah. But I just want to say that if you take the vaccine, that's fine. If you don't take the vaccine, that's fine. So.
But do whatever you feel is best.
Right. But stay safe. Wear your mask.
And stop going to basement parties with a million niggas you don't know and all that.
You know somebody person that did that and they got COVID though, for real.
Yeah.
And we know firsthand that, I know there's some people out here that's skeptical about COVID and everything, like, is that real and stuff. It's real, okay? We work in a hospital, and just last month we had like less than 5 people that had COVID, and now we up to
trap back jumping.
We up to like 70 people.
The trap is jumping.
Come on.
Booming.
All right. So another thing that's in the news, so Dante Wright. If anybody don't know about this situation, so basically that was I think it was about 20 years old. So young dude or whatever like that got pulled over. I read on one, they said it was for some expired tags, but I think his mom said on the news that it was.
They just bought the car, transfer or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
And then mom said on the news that he had they put him over because he had a damn air freshener in his goddamn on his mirror in the car. Like, who the fuck does that?
It's a real thing. All my air fresheners go on the blinker or on the what's the name in the middle. That's a real thing though.
I know there's a lot of things that's a real thing.
It's a real thing like to harass people.
Right. I'm about to say like the tinted windows, but when do you actually take that to like, really do something about it? Although I have gotten put over for my tinted windows, but they probably thought they was gonna find something, but I'm always legit. I don't know what they thought they was gonna find in my car.
Too legit to quit, fool.
But anyway, so he got pulled over for that. They found out that he had a warrant, and when they went to go arrest him, I guess he tried to get back into the car, and a little scuffle happened there. Right. Police officer pulled out her gun, apparently thought she had her taser, and shot him. And then afterwards, she said, "Oh shit, I shot him." You know.
My whole thing with everything is accountability, right? The number one thing that's going to, like I said, my opinion, that's going to stop police shootings is attack the pension fund. All settlements need to come out of police pension fund. Because you know what's going to happen? You're going to have an officer retired for 10 years down the line, come back like, hey, man, y'all stop with that trigger happy shit, though, man. Y'all, if y'all scared, go to church. I never seen, like I said, police used to be military. And they police their neighborhoods when they come back. Mm-hmm. That was the majority of police forces back in the days. Then here, unfortunately, we used to have people, big white police officers that come back, big Polish police officers, the big four and all that stuff. They used to come and police the neighborhoods and just beat the shit out of black people and all that shit and go back to Sterling Heights. Coleman Young put in, no, to be the police in Detroit, you have to live in Detroit. Mm-hmm. Cause that, you know what that gives?
Right.
Accountability.
Right.
You can whoop my ass and all that shit, bitch. I will find out where you live and kill you.
I was about to say, well, nowadays,
so now we have,
anyway, you can find it.
No, but see now I think it's back to where you can live anywhere. But I know like they disbanded the gang squad. They disbanded. It's a Tiger Squad or something like that though. Them gray cars and all that stuff, and them people that wear the vests on the front and all that shit though, right? Mm-hmm. They just get paid. They just get paid more money. Mm-hmm. That's it. But it's so much corruption in police and all that stuff, though. But I think we need better audits in policing. Because it's like I said, I'm not surprised. It's just shit is getting taped.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah. You're seeing it more so than what you would have, 10 years ago type thing.
20 years ago.
Yeah. And then again, it is so crazy that, she was a 26-year veteran. And if you see the video, you see her like literally have the gun like out in front of her. I know, they were saying that when you're in a situation like that and things are going on that you can possibly make a mistake. Listen, but I don't know. She said taser too many times.
Taser.
Not to know
with
that was
a gun.
Right. And the guy was unarmed at that. So how I guess scared with you or worried were you? Even if he got away, like what the
26 year, like I say, 26 years though. So what can I expect out of somebody in 1 year?
Right. That's who she was training though. Somebody.
Like that's what I'm saying. So what can I expect out of somebody who that nervous? That you know what I'm saying? She's nervous like this in 26. She don't know what to do in 26 years. So what can I expect out of somebody that's a 2-year veteran or something like that never been in these type of situations? Outside of training, because like I said, and then it take longer to be a beautician than to be a police officer.
Oh, for real? Wow.
It take longer to be a barber than to be a police officer.
Right, to be something, to be the protector of the community.
Your life depends on these people, and your life is in better hands than getting your hair did.
Yeah, and then what else are they saying was that I guess that she did get charged.
No, yeah, because listen, she resigned. Now, this is one thing I learned by following sports and stuff like that. When you resign, that's a talk with the bosses. And they do like this. Listen, you can get fired, my nigga, or you can resign and keep your benefits. Everything that comes with the job, we got to still give you. Because she's 26 years in, so she has decent benefits and things like that, though. Just like Derek Chauvin, they talking about, his wife divorced him, so they want to make that a headline. No, the reason why she divorced him is so they don't lose the benefit, depending on him being fired and prosecuted.
Right, so she can still.
So she still gets her police benefits, things like that. This is a part of their plan, though, right? All this shit is thought out. So with her resigning, like this, like I said in sports, it go like this. My nigga, look, we can come together with a package for you to resign and you can walk up with your head out, because we about sick of your shit. So you're gonna get fired anyway. So you better take this resignation if you want to be prideful or whatever. But in this situation, you gotta resign. We gotta put that forth though. But y'all should have said y'all fired her, and then so she can keep her benefits though. But to the point of prosecution, like they didn't charge her and things like that. She's charged, so that's.
Now I don't know. I don't think I seen recently if she was actually in custody or did they just charge her.
Oh, she got a mugshot.
Okay, so they actually got her in custody.
She has a mugshot.
Yeah.
She has a mugshot, so it's real. Cause like I mean, it's come on, man, motherfucker down the street is getting charged for this shit though. Like, you gonna still pull this? And then I also seen on the internet that it was a guy I think he had a pistol on his car seat or something like that, and there's two officers like, hold on, get out of the car. He said, I'm not getting out the car, whatever. You know, I'm not getting out the car. And they say, put the weapon down or whatever, and he done pointed the weapon and pulled off on their ass. Imagine that.
Right. They ain't go after him or nothing.
No, this is what I'm saying. Like, you have people who've never been in these situations, and I get it. Like, everybody wants to go home to their kids. This is true.
Right.
That's why everybody say the police take longer when they hear shootings. Everybody want to go home. I don't want to go home. Like this, I don't want to go home. So fuck yeah, I'm pulling people over every day outside of a bridge with a speedy trap. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna do that. But at the same time, I still have a loaded weapon on me. You got to be made mindful of that, though. Like. So, I mean, you know, we understand what Hugh of the others, you know, he was an Anglo-Saxon man. An Anglo-Saxon man had a pistol on his what's name. Now, we already know, like, all these cases and all this stuff. I just think everything comes down to accountability. Just be held.
Yeah. I know that, you know, I mean, it is crazy that in a lot of these situations, it'd be like a white officer. Oh, and that too was televised as well. White officer, you know, black woman, black man type thing. And then just the fact too that the misdemeanor, I guess that I don't know, it was a felony charge though. His warrant, right? Right.
It was a felony warrant for a pistol.
Right. An unregistered pistol that he had or whatever like that. But I don't know. I think the whole situation.
No one needs to die.
Nobody needed to die in that
Especially,
situation
like I said, I hate comparing and contrasting. We've seen people shoot movie theaters and get arrested unarmed with food. We've seen people shoot churches and get arrested unharmed. No food. At any time with people that's taking people's lives, have these people felt in danger? They so much not in danger with killers that we gonna get you something to eat too, bro. You eat up. So with that being said, what do we have to say that the difference is with these other people?
Right, besides the color.
Exactly. I mean, like, we didn't make it this way. They made it this way. So
now, see, I don't personally think, you know, in certain situations, like I done seen not the ones that they've televised, you know, just like nationwide, but other ones that I've seen when people get to be saying like, oh, you know, that's a race thing. Some of them, I think that sometimes they throw the race card in there for just about anything.
Are we still speaking accountability, or like I said, now this is the thing. A lot of shit. I don't like the race card thrown up in a lot of stuff because a lot of shit don't be race. It just be accountability.
It'd be, you know,
it'd be accountability things though. Like, so the situations I was speaking of, it speak to a greater thing. But when I speak of like, okay, it's certain people that kind of leech on to that shit. Like, we can get to it, but I'm
here's another thing with that case though, is that it happened in Minnesota, which is where the Derek Chauvin case is
15 minutes away.
Right. So I think that too is just like, you know, like, hold up now. You know, what's going on out here, especially in Minnesota, because, you know, like I was telling you before, my wife coworker or ex-coworker, whatever like that. She had a I think it was her nephew or one of her relatives, whatever like that. Young boy, whatever, got pulled over on a bike because he didn't have reflectors on his bike. Right.
On a fucking bike.
On a bike.
Pedal bike.
Okay. He basically was like, like. Not taking this. I wouldn't take it serious like reflectors on my bike. You know what I mean, like that. So he went to ride off, and they shot him in his back.
Coward,
right? So, and that was also in Minnesota. So it's like also what's going on in this state, in this area,
right?
You know what I mean, with these officers out there. That's something that really needs to be looked into because it could. It most definitely could be a race thing. It most definitely can be a training thing, accountability thing, all that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But once people start being held accountable, my whole thing, like accountability in life means everything.
Right. Right.
You get what you ask for, get it because you asked for it though. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Because I have a Trump supporter. He supports Trump, but I don't want to get into because it goes in conspiracy theories to why he was supporting Trump though. So on the front face, I'm a Trump supporter. So what happens is he posts on social media about, if that was a Black Lives Matter person that died in the Capitol, what would y'all think? I say, no, they actually was there. They was in the same spot. They stayed their ass in the street. They understood. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
Right. Smart enough to stay, stay
I understand that I will get shot if I come here.
Right.
Not only did y'all come here, y'all came in and destroyed shit. It was supposed to be more dead. My father is a military. My father was in the military. He said, this is in their contract. This is in their contract this is a part of what we do. If you come, and she knew what she was getting herself into. Right. You play stupid games, guess what you get? Stupid ass prizes. Big stupid ass prizes. I'm about to say, And like I said, RIP to her and her family. I wish she would have made better decisions and whatnot. I don't wish death on anybody. I want understanding for the world. I want everybody to understand and feel each other, though. That's why we're here now. I'm a little country. She's a little rock and roll. We got an understanding of things, though. That's it.
Yeah. And, just to really talk things out and get people to really thinking about, what's going on. Maybe it'll change your mind. Maybe it won't. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it'll get you to understand a different side of things.
And create a dialogue with you and your people.
Yeah.
So y'all can discuss it. So you can understand where everybody is, though. Because, like I said, you might only be here so everybody can understand everybody and whatnot. And maybe we can get through.
Right.
That's it. The brand you trust.
So speaking of Minnesota, though, so the Derek Chauvin case or trial, or whatever like that, just ended. But I guess they were saying that they have tomorrow they can do like some more kind of like talks to kind of like close out their case or whatever like that.
Argument and whatnot.
So what are your thoughts on like where do you think the verdict is gonna go as far as like in that?
Where was you at November 24th? That turkey is cooked. I think he cooked. But see, cooked with the charges is different. Like I said, I think this shit is over. I think they're going to fully... I hold Minnesota to be... Come on, man. Cuckoo Cow was from Minnesota. But shout out to Cuckoo Cow. But I feel like we got to take everything to what it is. Everything... First off, the other officers, they already cop pleas. And with copping the plea, they testified against him. That's the only reason he's coming to trial for what he's coming to trial for. 2, it's manslaughter. It's not murder. It's manslaughter. So he ain't doing a life sentence.
Right.
Manslaughter is what, 10 to 20 years, something like that. Maybe 10. He'd be out in 7, 6.
Right. Good behavior.
Yeah. He gonna be a cook in the what's the name? He gonna do something right. He gonna start he gonna start a program in prison. He gonna mop cells and shit like that, though, right? So he's gonna get out.
Some people were saying though that if you do go to jail, he probably gonna be in solitary.
No, it's gonna be. So? They're not gonna put him in general population, man. He's a police officer. You can't put police in general pop, cause they will. You can't look. A sad way, I found out it's a gay ward in prison.
A gay ward.
For men that's raping
right,
men.
Right.
They have their own
section of it.
Right. I said, man, I thought it was just,
right.
Everybody,
like on the shows.
Man, it's nothing. It's a gay ward because you don't want people because it cause more conflict though. They is about keeping conflict down in prison though. So you gonna put a police officer that killed somebody in general population with people that hate police.
Right. That was publicized and everything.
No,
right.
man. It's gonna look like the shit we watch. They gonna throw his ass over the top like American Me or something like that. He's gonna die. He ain't gonna make 6 years. No, right. He's not gonna make it.
But yeah, I think too the fact that it was so widely publicized and everything like that. I mean, the fact that it's the right thing to do, but also you ain't got no choice. I mean,
it's like this.
Kind of better
no choice.
Make the right verdict in this situation.
Y'all want the city? Look, they already burnt a police station down there.
Yeah, and they already got armed guards out there, and they ready for whatever this verdict's about to be.
And that's what a lot of people like. I don't think, but no, like I said, you got to think of the other side that think he shouldn't go to jail for doing his job. He's just doing his job. He's just doing. That's not a part of your job.
No. Not at all.
To kill that's not a part of your job. To kill a man.
To stay.
Nobody should die for the shit that they dying for. That's what I'm saying. No.
And even if it was a part of your job to stay on the man after he passed out.
Yeah.
What more of a threat is that man to stay on him an extra
and another
5-10 minutes?
And another thing, I know we already discussed that, but like to be a defense attorney for some of these cases, you got to be a different kind of rotten motherfucker though. Like you gotta justify somebody doing some of the worst shit on earth, though. Like, you got, like I said, you got a special place in hell, defense attorneys. to defend, like, I mean, it's a job. It's a job to do because I believe they said Johnny Cochran was a defense attorney before he became, No, he is a defense attorney. Though. Murder was the case, yeah. Johnny Cochran's a defense attorney, though. But like. They say he was on the prosecution side. That's how he knew he played both sides. But to be a defense attorney on some of these murders, when you talk about Trayvon Martin, we talk about these kind of murders and things like that, to be against video evidence, you got to defend. Well, I got to look into it. Like, I got to see. No, nigga, the act is the act. And like I said, I depend on the people of Minnesota. Thank you. I'm going to thank you in advance. Because them 12 people in Minnesota, believe your eyes. You believe, that's what I'm saying. What Master P told me back in the old days. You ain't listening to Master P.
I know a little bit of Master P.
Master P say, believe, what'd he say? Believe half of what you hear. No, he say believe none of what you hear and half of what you see. So even if you see the half, so we talking about 8 minutes and 46 seconds, believe the other 4 minutes and 23 seconds.
Right.
He was still on that man's neck.
Right, I was finna say
killing that man.
And then regardless of, like we said earlier, of
that doesn't
drug
matter.
addiction and heart disease or something like that. That man was alive that day.
He was alive and well.
It wasn't bothering him that day.
If that car would have pulled off, he would have lived the next day.
Right.
He would still be here. So,
like you said, cause and effect. It still caused his death.
Regardless.
So, last topic we wanted to talk about on the serious side is the Army dude, Jonathan Pentland. Who basically, I guess what happened with the guy was he was walking through the neighborhood. A neighbor said that he made some sexual advances towards her. Jonathan Pentland, he felt like a big dude. He came out, felt like he was gonna protect the ladies in the community and stuff like that. And he got into a confrontation with the guy. And in the video, you can see them kind of going back and forth. Jonathan Pentland, you can see him shoving the guy or whatever like that, telling him, get out of the neighborhood and stuff.
Breaking all kind of COVID laws.
Right. What are your thoughts on that?
See, my thing is this. Again, the man, okay, now the sexual advance to women means is I'm shooting my shot. The lady didn't decline the advance though.
Now that wasn't caught on camera, so we don't know if that to be true or not.
We don't know it to be true.
But that was what was reported.
What I seen was, and that's somebody who you pick your battles on. Like, he thought he had somebody that he's a sergeant, and since then he's been suspended,
charged and everything.
And everything. All right. I have a problem with it, but you know what? I'm more so proud of how the assembly was afterwards.
Right, how they came out. They was in the front. Yeah. I will say though, it started off.
We don't want none of this shit to happen.
Right.
But like you said, cause and effect.
Right.
Shit be happening, man.
Right. I'll say, it started off pretty peaceful. They just in front of his house and everything. I was hoping that it wouldn't lead to destruction. But the latest video I seen,
I don't have no problem with destruction.
Rocks went through. See,
because
I'm I'm not a violent person at all.
I'm not.
I'm not violent.
I'm not violent. We have children.
Yes.
I'm not violent.
So when I see violence, it makes me,
Yeah, because it's a little uneasy. Yeah.
I understand it to a certain extent and everything like that, but I don't want more people to have to get in trouble or go through some things because of stuff like that. I get the anger and everything.
I want accountability.
Right.
That man.
We need that.
He's been everybody to me. Y'all can leave once the nigga get charged and suspended. That's cool. That's cool with me. I have no problem with it. Don't tear shit up too though, because now you're giving a reason. I don't want nobody. I want everybody to go home. Like I said, everybody. When I leave here, when we leave here, we gonna eat. We gonna go to the crib and lower the bed and wake up the next day. That's all I want for everybody. Eat, go to bed the next day. But at the same time, we all have to be held accountable. Accountability is key. Right. Now, they held the man accountable. Now, just to tear his shit up, now that's just overkill. That's just really, that's overkill.
Yeah.
Like don't turn nobody shit up.
I think he even left his house and everything. I mean, you tearing up an empty house at this point. Yeah. And I did see he had a goddamn GoFundMe account.
And it's doing numbers.
For $400,000. But no, they shut it down though, I think. And then he had to make another one. It was for $10,000. But
we gotta watch that too. Just like we gotta watch the GoFundMes. Because the guy, remember the guy that came to Minneapolis and shot the two people and killed them, the 17-year-old. And he had a GoFundMe to the point where his legal fees and he had a bond. Because I don't think they charged him with murder. I don't believe, like I said, we can do research. I don't believe he was charged with murder. The 17-year-old was walking up the street with the AR-15.
Right, I know you're talking about.
Okay.
It's Rittenhouse.
Yep. Yeah, Rittenhouse. He was able to shoot two people, get up, run to the police, protect it, and go home. Wait a minute, man. What about them two bodies you left? And then, you know what I'm saying, they didn't even... You had a bond because he had a GoFundMe of over I think it was over 500,000, 600,000.
But he also had help from what's that pillow guy or whatever? I don't know
what
his name is. They gotta make the pillows.
He ain't making no pillows no more. Goddamn.
He had help from him too.
He won't be making no pillows no more.
Right.
They put his ass out of business. Yeah. Fuck you. We can go to Sears to get the pillows.
But I was gonna say, I think the main thing I want y'all to get out of this first podcast of ours is accountability. You know what I mean?
The topic of the week, the word of the week is accountability.
That's what it is.
Accountability and responsibility, though.
Yeah.
Now, responsibility goes into your situation, but accountability, everybody has to be accountable today, though. I gotta be accountable today.
Right.
She gotta go rock the baby to sleep. All that. I got shit. We have shit to do though. If we don't do it, it's consequences to do it though. Police officers are here to protect and serve. You go outside of that, you have to be held accountable though.
Right.
Yeah. And no, if you want to go for it, I had something else I wanted to speak on, but
no, go ahead. So we always want to, leave off on something light, right? Especially with everything that's kind of been going on and everything like that.
So I would like to call this the ignorant shit we like though, because this the ignorant shit we love. I was watching, scrolling scrolling up and down. And it's a friend of mine that, like, you know, she always has interesting Instagram stories on. So she goes in like, I had to put this on my story because on my timeline it might have got shut down. I said, oh shit. I'm click forward. I want to see what you got going on. Male dancers. Right? Listen, it was some male dancers. I didn't even know this shit still existed. Because like I said, from what I know, girls go to the females.
Right, they go to the female ones.
They go to the female, you know what I'm saying? And then back in my day, early 2000s, they used to charge the girls and men, like, okay, if me and you went, I'll get in free, but I got to pay $20 for you to get in.
Well, I'm about to say, even at some, is this some, I think that's vice versa too is it? For the female ones?
No, I wouldn't know.
I don't know. But anyway.
So, she's at, I think this is like a hall or shit. Some I don't know where she at though. $15,000. Fully clothed. I'm in the wrong business.
That's what the guy made.
Look, this guy had $15,000 cash.
That must have been a
He didn't even
bachelorette
take his
party.
hat off.
That must have been a
No,
bachelorette party
this
or
is in a
something.
big ass hall though. This is a strip review, some shit like that though. This motherfucker had $15,000, fully clothed.
Ain't take nothing off.
His dignity is intact. That motherfucker was up there jitting and shit. This nigga Biscoing. He did a hip roll. And I'm talking about the money.
Just started flowing.
The money is just going crazy though. I said, what kind of shit?
Right.
I am in the wrong business, man. Then, okay, it was a group of niggas came out. Them niggas look like me, out of shape. Like I said, them niggas is Uncle Body. That the name of the group had to be Uncle Bodies. UBs. It was the UBs, all Uncle Bodies. Them motherfuckers left out with 3 garbage bags full to the top with money. I'm in the wrong business.
Nah, that's crazy though. That is crazy. I think too, you know, probably the pandemic played a little bit into it. Ladies in the house, they ain't got nothing to do when they finally get out. Yeah. They got the, you know, they intoxicated. They see the man right there. You know, that shit, you know.
But I seen a video back in the day. It was like I said, cause I knew like I don't want to just name the culprits, the people who make this shit happen. Like, where's the women getting all this money though? I don't want to put nobody on blast, nurses. I don't want to put nobody on blast, hairdressers. I don't want to put nobody on blast, crisis workers. I don't want to put nobody on blast. But I seen a video back in the day. It was the guy's birthday. Like, this was one of my homegirls who was a hairdresser. And they was in the house watching that shit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So we in the house drinking. She like, let me put this tape on, whatever. And she put the tape on. They threw a shoebox with $15,000. And then another girl threw some keys at the nigga, bought the nigga a truck. I said, this nigga ain't even shook one.
Right. He's just there at that point. Like
he didn't even do nothing. He didn't do nothing. I'm in the wrong business.
Right.
I am definitely in the wrong business.
You know, they was getting ready for it. That's all it was.
No,
they threw in the money. They said, you know what that means.
Thing.
You know what that means, so you better, you know.
But see,
they gave it to him up front, basically.
With my fiance, that's what I had to ask her. I had to ask, what's the problem? Like, is this what y'all doing? You be upstairs on your phone all the time. What you got going on? She's on some no. Well, you know, all them people is like, you know, they fuck with boys.
Oh, the dancers.
Yeah. So that's why they said this.
That's crazy.
She like, that's why we don't pay them no mind. No, I mean, it might just be fun, like, but to go to them depths.
Right.
Love yourself, ladies. Love yourself. Know your worth.
All right.